So up guys, it's Websing Event and we're back with a new model, and this model I already pulled out the instructions, but is I'm not the same tester UXT6030. He just got a little nice card. His instructions, as you can tell, he's red, gray, and black. And then there's the card, and then we'll get to the massive box. Come on, give me the boxy box. Yeah, his box is pretty big. Scoot the camera back a little bit. I mean, it doesn't even fit in how I have it. It's the same company, I believe, that made Flame Lord or Fire Lord. OVERZERO. I'm not sure. Maybe? And when it says this little thing, it's because this one comes with his jacket. And then if we go over here, you get some product shots of the GTN 008 Cyberdog. Cyberdog can attach this back, giving him more arms for weapons. It can go capuche. You get the base and the weapon holder. I like the base idea. Back of the books is just that. And then 08. That's what you get there. That's what you get there. And then turn the box this way. Nice product shots. His eyes light up. This, that, and everything else. Now, I particularly like this kit for the main reason everything is so organized. For instance, that's his base in its own set box with all the runners. Why hasn't Bandai picked up on this? Like, seriously, come on. That's the box with all with the runners there. And then GT N008. All of his runners. And then the main finale tester, or I'm just gonna call him Tess, and all of his glorious runners. I think I have upside down. It tells you all the runners and how many runners you get and everything else. You get batteries because his head lights up. So let's move his base and this trusty dog out of the way. We already seen what was right there. Now let's set the box down. Which way does it open? It opens this way. Now, there is one cool thing about this I really love, and I am going to get framed. He has a blueprint schematic, which I think is pretty badass. I mean, you get a blueprint schematic of this dude? Like, seriously? Bandai, come on, step up your game. These guys are pretty cool. Anyways, you get your normal gray. Your normal gray color. More your gray and black. And here is the one piece I'm happy about. I'm probably having the jacket. after showing off everything. I'm probably to have him on the jacket on his base with Doggo next to him with a gun in his hand and a blade. Who knows? Maybe. We'll see what happens. You get... It's not hard plastic. It's like silicone plastic in a way. Then you get black for that. And note, I did get Firelord done. So this is right after Firelord. Firelord's actually in his box in my chair right now because we went down to my parents for the 4th of July and I got him finished there. And yes, Iron Stickle just look at me like you get a nice silver and more of that gray in this one. There's some silver there, and then your gunmetal gray or just gray. I can't tell right now. Shitty ass lighting, sorry to say it. Or I need my glasses and I don't have them. Then you have his weapons, which are done in black, it looks like. And then black right here. And the pile of runners is building up. And then we'll pull everything else out real quick to make this a little bit easier. So we'll move the box out of the way. You get the batteries and the battery compartment for his eyes, which I think is pretty badass. And then war decals. We know how much I hate war decals, but cool fact, you can have him with different eyes, which I enjoy doing. Then you get more gray and black with red and transparent red. Transparent red with the kabloosh effect and the pow effect and the swoosh effect and the holy crap run effect. And I don't know if this is a sticker or what the hell it is. I don't know what to use. I think it's just like, hey, this is what I am, man. Ha! Chibi! I don't know. Kinda want to be a sticker. I'll be a badass sticker. I'll put that on the back of my phone, but it's not a sticker. But this is everything you get in his main box. Like, this is the bot himself and his caboose and all this cool shit. And then, real quick, we'll look at the dog. I'll put everything back in the dog because I want to do these guys one at a time. Like, it'll be in one video, but I want to do it like piece by piece, if you get what I mean. So for the dog, you get your gray. More gray. Jesus. More gray. I thought this dog had more than just gray on him. Down goes instructions, which we'll go over here in a second. Oh, look, silver and red. Is that it? Nope. And then Doggo has eyes as well that you can do. Probably to do these eyes right here for him. Or I think they're for Bot himself. I'm not sure. I think that's everything. That's everything for Doggo. So, this is all Doggo stuff right here. Which ain't much for Doggo, but I don't know if Tess will be the same size as Firelord. But you also got to build Tess into a Gatling gun, which is pretty badass. And it shows you different configurations and everything. put them together, doing that, making them that way, making them this way. He gets a handle, he gets that. You put them all together, you fold up his legs, he can go on the back. You can put different things on him. His hands can hold all that stuff. You get additional mags, and there's all that. And here is 08, as I'm gonna call him. You got blade mode, you got a kapooey mode. Yeah, I go kapooey on you. And then you get the oh shit run, it's a Gatling gun mode, as I call it. Which is pretty cool. And I guess these are eyes for tests, and then you get more decals. But out of all of them, I think I'm gonna go with these ones for tests. Or I may not do them at all, depending on how the lights look and all that good shit. But yeah, that's all for the dog. Right? Yep, that's all for the dog. So, we'll put these back and then we'll look at the base. Which, I'm happy about the base. I mean, all the extra goodies that he comes with a lot of weapons. I will show you the instructions to him here in a minute. I think this is everything for the dog. I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping nothing got mixed up with tests. There's no guaranteed. I could be wrong. Yeah, nope. That's everything for dog. But let me move all this over. Hey, I need Tess's manual, please. Going into the back, you have all the project shots. I'm probably to have him like that with dog. But he comes with a lot of guns, that's for sure. I think he comes with like 4 guns, if I remember. Yeah, he comes with 4 guns. 2 small, 2 cannons. This, that, and the other. As the babies are getting into trouble. Yeah, so he comes with 4 guns, if I remember right. 2 small pistols and 2 assault rifles. His head lights up. Yeah, I think... yeah, that's it. There he is, decked out with a whole bunch of weapons. There he's decked out with more weapons. Like, full arsenal assault mode. But now, let's take a look at the base. The base. Which is the main thing I'm, like, excited for, because it is a hanger for his hands. Like, all of his extra gear. Why can we not get something like that with Gungeon? Yeah, ow! Hey! Who's attacking me? What's attacking? Gizmo! Nope, Madara. Come here. You want to attack Dad? I'm going to show you off to the world. Everyone, meet Madara, my baby. She's being a butt. Go get Mom. Whee! Anyways, this is the base and everything you get with it. It's all black, which is not bad, to say the least. And with the base, like I said, you gotta do shit like these. I mean, you can have that on there, that little ape thing called hands. You can do a lot with this, and that is so freaking cool. And yes, I know the video is actually longer than it should be. We're at 15 minutes already. But here's all your project shots. No, not project shots, but assembly. 2 guns, 4 guns, his 2 blades, his 2 knives, all like so. Or you can do that to have him that way. There's all that. And then on the back, we already looked at. That's pretty cool. Bandai, come on, you need to step up your game, people. I know there's 2 other kits by SSN, I believe, is what they are called. I could be wrong. Someone correct me. I don't know who actually makes this model or Firelord. I think it's SSN. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't see. I'm seeing NonZero Studio UTX-6030 Tastier, or tests I'm calling him. That's pretty badass. I'm probably to have him like that on the base with Doggo. I don't know. But yeah, so during this process, yes, I am gonna cheat. This will go up after the previous video, which was the Chromie figures, but after Firelord. So Firelord will be on the desk when he gets done. That way we can do a size comparison and everything. I'm not gonna lie, I like Firelord. It did take me 21 hours to build him because I did have to get sleep. But he was a challenge. He was awesome. He's completed. Yeah. But this is your Web Sling Venom, and we'll be right back after he is built. After God knows how many hours it's gonna take me. Alright.
Many minutes later.
And we are back, and there he is. And yes, Flame Lord is right there. So, first things first, let's take one off. Base. Pretty simple, pretty cool. You get pegs to hold all of his weapons and everything. This little department. All of his hands. Which we'll go over later. You open this part up. I have all like the little spare pieces for the pegboard in there, but you can spin the pegboard around, and then when this is open, close it down in there. For all the little peg pieces, you can move them, adjust them, put how you want, but I'm just leaving it this way. But there is that cool little thing, and unfortunately, because of 2 of the handles, you have nowhere to put them, which sucks. The clips for big guns, you get 3 or 4 of them. I think 4, 4, because one's on him. You put them back there. His blades can go right there. I think both of them are on there. No, one of them's on there. His knives, his 2 pistols, and then his big gun. And then let's grab him himself. I mean, look at that beautiful noggin. And the cool thing is with his noggin, if I remember how to do it, his eyes light up. You get that transparent red that lights up. Got red, transparent red, gray, transparent purplish black. Get all over the body, and I love it. And he can stand by himself. He got that beautiful gun. Cool thing is with this little extension, you can remove that part. And with this part right here, you can actually take that handle off and put on here. I will show you what I mean. And plus, this peg hole right here, I got where the plug is. I think it's in there. You can take the blades from this and put on an attachment that go on the side of his leg. But let's take this off. Unpeg this one. Like I said, that little peg you can adjust how you want, put as you want. That was not supposed to happen. And put these guys on. Cool thing is, it's just a simple slide off. It just slides on, attaches, slides off. Now, that part right here, this part, if you see it, if you see that part right there, and his forearm, you can clip on, and voila, he has a giant arm cannon, which is pretty impressive. You can do that with the combat knives, or, well, as you've seen, that piece. But you need that piece, I think, with the combat knives to do it. I'm not 100% sure. But with his pistols, there's a piece. It slides on right here, and he can have his pistols on his back, which is really cool. But let's remove the weapon. Drop that down. I'm going to remove his gun real quick before we can get into articulation. Oh wait, I don't have to do that. So, unlike other kits, his hands are a little bit different. I keep on forgetting you don't need to remove the back. You can just pop his gun out. But you have to take the fingers off and then take his hand off like so, and voila. Oh wait, that's right. This is actually part of his hand. I forgot about that. I keep on forgetting. He has hands that have built-in handles to it. Which I keep on forgetting about that. So yeah, I keep on totally spacing about that. I'm so used to, I have to completely dismantle his hand to do anything, because I'm so used to that. Okay. So, you get a full bend at the elbow, full stretch, Okay, so that happens. It's on a peg. Okay. You get full 360 motion. Arm can go that far out, that far back. that far up, but then you mess with his shoulder armor right here, which sucks. Can look that far down, that far up, but then you expose part of his lower jaw neck. And these red pieces are soft plastic, which is cool. But what I love about this kit more is that his crunch is so cool. He can bend down that far back. His hands are on a ball joint, so you can do that. You can't really get him any other way. I just dropped a thumb or finger. They do come out a bit, but that's as much as articulation you have there. I gotta find that finger here in a minute, or the Kent's will. His belt, I don't understand if I did it right or not, but each piece of his belt is not attached together. Well, the back is, but the sides aren't. I don't know if I did it wrong. Or not. But there's that. And I guess it doesn't. He can do the splits. And you get that out of the way. He can do the splits. Then you get more of that red plastic bit. And then you see down there, the foot is on the same kind of mechanism as his stomach, waist area. You get that much of a bend. His foot, it's difficult to pose because of all the armor. It should be on the ball joint, but for some reason, not really. I just think I messed up on mine somehow. And his back piece keeps on pulling off. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong with him. I had it in there yesterday to where it won't pull off, and then I took it off to clean it up a little bit, and now, like, it falls off on its own. There we go. He looks good there. Now you grab that finger. But to be honest, this line of model kits I like. They're sturdy. I haven't really had to use super glue. Oh no, that's a lie. I used super glue on Firelord. On two of his face pieces, the gold pieces keep on falling off when I just move him. And that happens. But let's get him back on the stand and... Hey! You're not supposed to pull over. What the hell, man? Get him back on the stand real quick. And pull out his sidekick. The dog. GTN 008 or 08 as I call him. So the cool thing is he comes with his own set of blades. He's simple articulation wise. All the legs move the same way. And you can add weapons right here, which we'll get into later. You can remove the blades and add other weapons to where the blades are. And besides that, he turns into a massive gun, which is cool. Or you can just have him like this. But the real cool part about this little guy, if I can get him, his back piece comes off and you can attach it to him, which we'll go over that. But if you detach the blades that he has on, Drop his head. I should do this on camera for you guys know what I'm doing and not do it off screen. Drop his head down into his body. But you gotta remove the legs. Drop his head down into his body, which I think I already did. Yeah, I did. Put that there. Put that right here. And take his gun. I think I'm maybe messed up. Hold on. No. Actually, yes. No? What? Did it last night. What can I do now? Oh, there we go. You can attach the guns onto it, and what I like to do is make it like so. You can put both the guns like that on both sides. And make it into one giant holy shit run. It's a BFG. Big effing gun. You can do it like this, like that. Like so. I think I have that on backwards. I have it upside down. It doesn't sit flush, which sucks. There you go. You can have the gun clip onto it too. And he can hold this without his arm drooping or him losing balance, which is cool. But there is a cool thing about all this. Besides, if I can get off. Hold on. I hate these little peg hole things that plug in there. These little guys are difficult to get out. You can add additionals, but if you close them up and close it down, I believe it's this way, like so, and rotate that way, rotate this way, rotate that way. Let me get the other one out. Attach that there. Drop that in. Rotate the leg again, like the same. Rotate that backwards. Put like so. And let's take tests. Just like so. And drop it there. You get that. As you can tell, Firelord's bigger. And then, for size comparison with Test real quick. Ooh, hey. Why are you knocking stuff over, dude? Here is Iron Sickle. So, he stands a little bit taller than a high grade. So, I'm going to say he stands about Master Grade size. Hey. And now, he wants to be difficult because he has his back on. That's an issue that I've been having. He's back heavy. Come on. Don't do this. There we go. Turn his foot sideways. But there is all that coolness. Side note. The arms from his back weapon thing can fit in there. I would pull them out, but I have them in his box in a way. And then I'm not sure how to attach... Oh, now I say how to attach it. Give me a quick sec. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. Get the gun in position. Come on. Stop being difficult. You get this lovely monstrosity. Even though now he's front heavy and he wants to go, I'm taking a nap. He barely wants to stand up now. Don't you dare. There we go. Yeah, so you get this nightmare monstrosity and you can add additional weapons up there. So, for instance, his lovely little red blades. You can attach come on. Attached. See? Attached. Just like so. So you do have that option if you want, is your kit display as you wish. And I usually fold the feet backwards. And because he has 4 blades, you can literally put the other 2 blades on the bottom, or put his handguns or his knives. It's up to you. Or you can just put these 2 guns. It's totally up to you. It is your kit display as you wish. And now we'll go over every other thing that he came with. So, we'll be right back. After digging his box out, what you get left in his box, you get the base instructions, his instructions, and yes, he does come with the trench coat, which will be putting on. Which I am really excited for, but I don't know if I'm going to have him doing that in post. Probably will, I don't know. You get effect parts, which we'll just look at. You get the blade, you get effect parts for the blasters, which is cool. More effect parts. This lovely piece, these pieces are for attaching him to the base with his beloved wire. And here is his trench coat. Stickers. That's not supposed to be in there. I think that fell in there. There was 2 sets of these. They're for his eyes. I don't know what happened to the second set. But here are the plugs for his, the dog. 08. I don't know what happened to the plug that goes into the side of his leg. I think it's inside the base. Possibly. But I enjoy the fact that you get kabloosh effects and a swoosh effect. It's pretty badass. Other than that, he does have hands we'll go over. Yeah, so we'll be
Many minutes later.
and we're back, and I put him in the trench coat. I was to do on camera, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to do so. But all in all, when it is said and done, what you have left over is the blades for the dog, his extra blade, the blade there, his 2 knives, the extra assault rifle, his pistols, and everything else that's in here. And I think I found that peg I was talking about. Yep, right here. This is the peg that goes in the side of his leg if you don't use the attachment for I can't think. The combat knives to be in the side of his leg. My main downfall with this is that I actually don't have a downfall with him. I don't, honestly. I mean, to me, I love it. Oh, and we were to go over the hands. But the cool thing is, with his trench coat, if you turn it, and you see on the sides, let's pull these guys off. The attachment that is right here, if I can get off. Hold on. Oh. Okay. And those are his pistols, by the way. You can add the effects to them if you want. This piece is the piece I was talking about that goes on his back. If he didn't have his trench coat on, it goes right there. You can put the guns in there. The piece right here is for the wall mount. So you just... Okay, clipped on. I think it goes the other way. Hey, stop. There's a certain way you're supposed to do it. I think it's... Nope. Oh. Yep, that way. It goes that way, and then you just plug in the hole and turn it sideways because the gun's right there. And as I said again, if you don't want any of the weapons on him or inside, you can put them on there. But the cool thing is, with his assault rifle, let's rotate his arm up and move this to the side. That peg right here, that little peg, you can take the gun, hold, and put it right there on him like so. But you want to put the handle and the clip on it though, or it just looks ridiculous, which I'm probably gonna end up doing. And I don't know. I don't think he... no, that wasn't supposed to happen. It just fell off. What just fell off? His shoulder piece. Again, I'm having problems with that. Because it doesn't clip on because the jacket's in the way, of course. I'll be right back. Okay, got that fixed. Got his shoulder back on. You can have the blade on, but the cool thing is with his jacket, there's a wire so you can pose the jacket how you want. So you can make it look like it's blowing in the wind or whatever. The reason why this is popping off is because if you see right here, there's that little peg. The bottom of this is supposed to peg into it, but because of the jacket, you can't. So you have to have it just set right there. And I'm trying to get it to where he's holding his gun up. And he just looks like a badass. But anyways, these two little guys, if you turn him and you get his jacket the right way, you can just slide his handguns into the back. Which honestly I'm going to leave because I think personally... Oh, and I forgot. Hey! No laying down. His handguns have that little gimmick, which is pretty badass, to be honest. So let's drop that back down. Put this in. Woohoo! I don't know how far down they go, but I'm not the push them too far in or down. To be honest, I'm gonna leave them like that. That way, they're there. And at quick moments, if he has to drop his big gun down, he can reach and quick draw his pistols. But the cool thing is about his big gun, the bottom part does not come up, but that top part does. So it's like, nyeh, or something, I don't know. It's weird. No, but let's move him to the side. Open this up because, again, this is where I'm storing all the extra little bits for all that. That's for the dog. That's for the side because it has this weird little gimmick. You can take the dog legs and plug them in right here, I guess. I don't know. But that's everything for that. And then you get the handles for, like, if you just want them to be on him, like on the side. So there's that. Like I said, you get the extra clips, the holsters for the gun, the extra red blade. Now hands, here you go. You get gun hand, 2 knife hands, the spread open finger hand, and 2 closed fists. And I think this is badass. Bandai, come on. Why can't you do something like this with your kids? Give us a small box to put all the hands in instead of throwing back in the box or put in a baggie and later on losing it when you can just do this shit. Come on, seriously. Sorry. Probably did get a warning or something for doing that. But honestly, I'm just gonna keep his big gun over here. And later on, I might buy a second dog, a 08. That way I can just have one as the giant Gatling gun. I got mine off Amazon. And I only paid like $90, $85 for it. Same with big guy back there. And the next one, him. The ninja. I can't wait. Besides that backdrop came with him. So we're really using that backdrop for a while. But to be honest, I'm thinking about putting away the display stand because it takes up a lot of room. But I am the leave Doggo and Tess out. But this is your web sling and venom. And this is the Home Oxynion NonZero Studio UTX-6030 Tastier Mall Kit. I think him and Flame are from the same company. I'm not sure. I have to look. I could be wrong. But yeah. Oh, and the cool thing is, if I can reopen it, because I'm going to do this that way I don't lose any of that. I'm going to. Yeah, you get a whole bunch of extra little goodies that come in this kit. Mainly pieces for the wall and all that. Oh, and that reminds me. This is the piece for his blades. Yeah, whatever. Sorry guys, just making sure there's nothing with importance in here. before I put them in the box. To put the box in the box and put it up for now. But the cool thing is, if you don't want to have this displayed, full 360, drop down, do that. There's a piece right here, and it attaches to the black flexi cord for a better base for him. But yeah, really leaving him like this. I don't really want to get into the effect parts because I spent already enough time going over everything with him. But I can pull up the manual and show you the effects, what they would look like if they're attached to him, because I really don't want to do it. And all the product shots, the blade, him in 08, him in 08, 08 with the two big guns, him with his blades of doom and death, and yeah, all the gooey goodness. But there he is with the effect parts on the Kapui Pow. I'm not sure that's another gun or what, because I'm confused. It's just 3 guns right there's. Why does he have a third? That makes no sense. And then you can do it with Doggo. But yeah, that's what the Kapuis look like. Which I think is badass, honestly. Especially the blades. I mean, yeah, I like that one more, but that's concerning. Why is there a third big gun when he only has 2 big guns? Oh, there's a 4th one. Why did he not come with 2 more guns? That's not cool. That's false advertisement. In the figure, the equipment from the requires purchasing multiple sets of the Tesseract suit. Okay. Yep. But I think he's badass. And I'm going to leave him how I have him. Like that. Super cool. Super neat. Super shiny. And plus, if I can do it, the glowing red eyes of doom. Yep. But yeah, this is what I'm slinging Venom, and this is the UTX-6030 Tastier test model kit. NonZero Studio, whatever the frick that is, I can't say it. And I just, yeah, you guys didn't hear that. But just remember, hit that thumbs up, subscribe button, and that bell icon. We'll be back with the ninja. Oh, the ninja.